All right, what is up, everybody? We are back once again with yet another tier list. And you're probably asking, why so many tier lists? Well, they're really fun and they're pretty easy to do, and I really don't have that much time. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing it. Anyways, today I'm going with the every single cartoon from childhood tier list. Obviously I didn't make this. I found it here on Tiermaker, but it looks like they got a pretty decent selection here, so we're gonna run through it. Some of these I definitely don't know or just never watched, and yeah, we'll just throw them down here. But obviously we have our classic S plus to Boruto tier, and let's just jump right into it. Alright, starting us off is All Grown Up, which is the teen version of the infinitely superior Rugrats. This wasn't terrible, but I'm going to put it in B tier. We're going to start off B tier. Some say that it's a coward move, throwing it in the middle ground, but it probably belongs there anyways. And B tier doesn't necessarily mean bad. Like, for me, it's like S plus obviously is like for the select few absolute peak, right? And then S and A are both really good. B is just, this was a solid show. C is like, alright, I didn't really like this. And Boruto's obviously garbage. Anyways, moving on, we have, this is called, Jake Long. I didn't really watch this all that much. I remember seeing it a little bit, but I never was really interested in it. I think maybe I was a little too young to get into it, but I don't know. I was never too big into this. Anyways, continuing on, since we have a lot to get through. Angry Beavers. Similar situation. I have seen it a few times. I never really cared for it. But I don't feel safe enough to put it in Boruto because I didn't watch it enough, right? Or else I'd give a better description. I just remember watching it a little bit, thinking it was okay. Anyways, starting off strong with our first S plus tier. And I don't really think this is debatable. I think pretty much everybody who's seen Avatar would put it in S plus tier. It is possibly the greatest cartoon of all time. It's the closest thing to anime a cartoon can get, which makes it as amazing as it is. And I mean, I just absolutely love it. I love the characters, so much development. The fights are great. The world building's amazing. It blows most other cartoons completely out of the water. But you know, there's a lot to like about cartoons. Certain cartoons like SpongeBob, I'm sure we'll get to at some point in this list. Spoiler alert, it's going to end up in S plus tier. But it doesn't necessarily have the same peak character development or story or, world building like Avatar. But, regardless, Avatar definitely belongs in that S plus spot. Alright, we have the Avengers. Now, I didn't really watch this, I'll be honest. There's a lot of these, like, superhero type shows, and I didn't really watch that much of. And, yeah. I know a lot of people like a lot of these, but I'd never got into it when I was younger. So, yeah. Ben 10. Ooh. I'm gonna throw that in S tier. I think a lot of people would easily put that in S plus. I'm almost ready to put it in A, but I'm gonna keep it in S because I think it did have a lot of great things to it. I just wasn't as invested into it as some other people were. I saw a few other Ben 10s somewhere in here, but I only watched this original one, so I thought it was great. It was a good show, but not one of my top tiers. But we'll throw it in S for now. This is the Barnyard Show. I watched that a little bit, but I wasn't really that big into it. The movie was pretty funny, but I never really watched the show all that much. Fanboy and Chum Chum. This show is pretty bad, but it was so bad that it was actually kind of funny. So I'll throw it in B tier for now. Yeah, it's okay for now, I guess. Yeah, Fanboy and Chum Chum was something else. Billy and Mandy. Ooh. This is an S tier for me. Not quite S plus, but I'll put it above Ben 10. And I know that's probably a hot take, but I watched a lot more Billy and Mandy. I thought it was hilarious. And maybe it wouldn't hold up today, but I'm kind of basing it off of what I watched when I was younger, what I felt about it, and what I can remember. Because obviously most of these I haven't watched in a long time, but we're going off of what I can remember. Okay. What is this? Trying to zoom in here. I didn't watch this. I feel like I vaguely recognize this, but I didn't watch it. Same with this. I don't know what that is. Camp Lazlo. Wow, what a throwback. Camp Lazlo. It got outshined by a lot of shows, but it was actually pretty decent. I'm going to put it in B tier, even above All Grown Up. Because I didn't watch All Grown Up that much. There was a lot of good stuff in it, but I preferred the original Rugrats. But Camp Lazlo, not amazing, but it had a lot of fun episodes, I guess. But we'll see. This is for now. Things might move around. Cat Dog. I didn't really care for Cat Dog all that much. I didn't watch it too much, but I watched it enough that I could put it in C tier. I didn't really care for it. Cat Scratch. I'm gonna put... Ooh, do I put it above Camp Lazlo? It's definitely B tier. I wouldn't put it above B tier. Yeah, I'll put it above Camp Lazlo. I feel like I had a better time watching this. I don't know. These are about the same. I'll think about that. It's not that important, though. What is Chalk Zone? I don't think I ever watched this. So we'll put that down there. Ooh, Chowder. Chowder's a tough one. A lot of people hated Chowder. I actually really liked it. Though I understand why people hated it, and it did fall off to... I'm gonna put it... Am I crazy for putting it above Ben 10? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. We gotta keep moving. I'm putting it above Ben 10. I really liked Chowder. It was hilarious. I know there's a lot of bad, stuff with it. It fell off pretty hard, but I don't care. The peak comedy outweighs the bad stuff, in my opinion. Ooh, Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom's very good. That's another S tier. Ooh. I'm gonna put that above Ben 10 again. Below Chowder? No, I'm gonna put it... Ooh, that's tough. I feel like this is like an objectively better show, but I feel like I watched Chowder more and laughed more to it. I'm just gonna put it right below Chowder for now. I don't know what that is. Dragon Ball. Okay, I guess there is some anime in here. And I'll count it because when I watched Dragon Ball, it was back in the day, pretty much before I got into anime when I was younger. And I watched, a handful of anime, but most people did, stuff like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff. So I'll consider it. Is it fair to count it? I feel like all of Dragon Ball Z, belongs up here, but when I was younger, I didn't watch it all that much. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw it at the back of S tier, but I'm not gonna accurately rank it versus other, the other stuff. I feel like it doesn't make sense for me to rank that. Yeah, I watched more of it later. I watched only a little bit when I was younger, and it really wasn't a cartoon to me, but it kind of... We'll throw it at the back of S tier. It's good. Whatever. Anyways, Dexter's Laboratory. A lot of people, I think, overhyped this. I think it's good. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I was never a huge fan of Dexter's Laboratory. It's good, though. It's a solid one. And finally, another S+ tier. Ooh, this is where things get tough, because, again, Avatar is just so much better in an almost objective sense than Adventure Time, or just cartoons in general, because it's so similar to, an anime, which overall anime are better than cartoons. But I think, for me personally, I enjoyed watching Adventure Time more than Avatar, simply just at the time. Maybe going back, I'll rewatch, if I rewatch them, I would think one's better than the other, but both are extremely good, and both, Adventure Time actually has a lot of depth to it, and, it has a lot of world building and lore and character development as well, so I'm not going to say it's, Avatar completely outshines it, but for me, I personally watched Adventure Time more, and I think I got more enjoyment out of it, so I'm going to throw it higher, but both in S+ tier. easily. Doug, I didn't watch Doug that much. I'm just gonna toss it in C tier. Like, I watched it a little bit. I wasn't a huge fan. Never watched this. Ooh, Fairly Odd Parents. That's an easy S tier for me. But where do I put it? Again, don't get offended. Dragon Ball's not a real ranking here. It's just gonna be at the back of S tier. Ooh, do I put this above Chowder? Man, this is tough. No, Danny Phantom was definitely cooler, but I think I watched this more. I think I enjoyed Fairly Odd Parents more. Yeah, we're gonna keep it there. We're gonna keep it there. Fish hooks. I didn't really care for fish hooks, to be honest. Just gonna toss it in C tier. I didn't really care that much. Flapjack. Flapjack was actually pretty good. I'm throwing that in A tier. Some people think it's like really, really good. A lot of people hate it because it was very weird and very disturbing, but I really liked Flapjack. It was hilarious. This is another Ben 10. I'm just gonna toss it and didn't watch. I really only watched the original series, which I liked. Same with whatever this is. I don't think I watched that ever. And this. I vaguely remember this, but not really. Sorry, I'm just going through. Skipping over Foster's here, which... Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends. I'm putting this in A tier. The back of A tier. Ooh. It's hard to remember. I feel like I watched Dexter's like so much earlier, and I didn't watch it as much as these two, so we'll do this for now. They're all in A tier, doesn't matter really. Ooh, Gravity Falls. Now Gravity Falls actually has a great story to it. I'm gonna toss it above you, and I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it here, above Ben 10. I think there's a lot of really, really, really huge Gravity Falls fans, and I liked it. I didn't like it as much as some people did, but I still think it's S tier. I mean, I wouldn't put it S plus. I think there's a lot of hilarious stuff to it, and a great story, and pretty good characters, so it's good. It's good. The Amazing World of Gumball. Easily S tier. I really don't care what anyone says. Oh, I'm actually gonna toss it. I think I'm tossing it above Chowder and Fairly Odd Parents stuff. Man, that's tough. But when I think about it, I think Gumball made me laugh, and I watched it so much more. Cause I don't know, it's so good. The comedy in Gumball is just like, it's unlike most other cartoons, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, drop your top 5, top 10, whatever below, and I'll compare them. You can say my list is garbage. I really don't care. It'll be interesting. I didn't watch this. Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold, I was never a huge fan of, to be honest. I know people are going to get on me for that. I thought Hey Arnold was okay. That's about it. Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron. I really love Jimmy Neutron. Do I love it more than Failure? Oof, it's so hard. I should have like thought about this more before starting to record this, but I didn't at all. I'm just going. Yeah, we'll put it here. Put it here. It's deserving of S tier. Ooh, maybe some of these should move down to A. We'll see where things line up. Maybe we'll move some of these down to A. But I love Jimmy Neutron. It was hilarious. Carl and Sheen were goated. Jimmy's dad's such a hilarious character. Johnny Bravo. I didn't watch it too much. Back in the day when I wasn't all that old, my mother did not like me watching this show. But I definitely saw a lot of funny stuff with it, so I'll drop it in B. I don't have a great background with the show. Like I didn't watch it that much, but what I did watch was pretty good. All right, anyways, Johnny Test. Underrated. I'm gonna put it at the top of A tier because this was kind of in that middle ground era between the GOATs like Adventure Time, Regular Show and stuff, and then, you know, stuff like Peak SpongeBob and Billy and Mandy and Kids Next Door, whatever. All that stuff. It kind of fell in there. If you know, back in 2008 or whatever, though, Johnny Test would play for like 12 hours a day, like during every single day. So you had to have watched this show. Some people hated it. I thought it was pretty funny. There's a lot of great stuff to it. I honestly, I want to put it higher. I want to do this. People who love Ben 10 are going to hate me. I'm doing that. But yeah, we'll put it in A tier for now. Ed, Edd n Eddy. I think this rises up to an S+ tier. I mean, the comedy in Ed, Edd n Eddy is unmatched, and there actually ends up being a pretty good, solid story to it. But I just love the characters. I love the goofiness and the randomness, and it's so funny. Every episode is something crazy, and I just love the characters in it. It easily S+ tier, top tier comedy for sure. Batman Beyond. I didn't watch. I heard so much good stuff about that. Maybe I should. Justice League I watched a little bit, but I didn't watch that much. But it was okay. It was good. I feel bad, like, because I know a lot of people love stuff like Justice League, but I just didn't watch it that much. Kick Buttowski, I saw a couple episodes. It was not that good. Kim Possible, I'm going to toss. Ooh, I did really like Kim Possible, but I didn't watch it enough. I'm going to throw it right behind Ben 10, actually. Kim Possible is pretty good. Legend of Korra. Definitely not as good as Avatar. That's for sure. And I feel like I half watched it at the time. Like, I wasn't paying attention when I was watching. Maybe I should rewatch this. Let me know what you guys think about The Legend of Korra. I feel like I don't really know where to rank it. I know when I watched it, I was like, okay, this is obviously tiers above like your average cartoon in terms of, story and characters and stuff, but I don't know. I remember not loving it, but I think maybe that was just because it wasn't Avatar, but I don't know. We'll see. Kids Next Door. Ooh, is that an S+? I'm gonna put that at the top of S right now. Better than Billy and Mandy, I think so. I don't know if I'd put it over Ed, Edd n Eddy or anything. I think top of S is good for now. I loved Codename Kids Next Door. I thought it was so cool. It was such a cool show. Courage. Ooh, a lot of people love Courage, and I also do. I think most people, I feel like, would put it in S+. I didn't think it was that good, but I will toss it above Danny Phantom. This shit used to scare me when I was younger. It definitely used to scare me. Like, if you know, you know. Courage was... It was terrifying. Especially, like, you watch this, like, anytime at night. It's just the weird, freaky stuff. The Lilo and Stitch show. Didn't really... I'm gonna put it in didn't watch. I don't want to offend people. People love Lilo and Stitch. But I watched it, like, maybe once or twice. I was not a fan of the show. You know what? We do hot takes here. I'm gonna put it in Boruto. Though it probably doesn't deserve it, but I'm doing it anyways. This is just straight Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes, obviously, it's kind of one of the GOATs. But where do I put it? How much did I actually watch it? Everyone likes to put it S+ tier instantly. But did I really watch it and love it that much? Or is it just like one of those things that you just are supposed to put that high? And to be honest, maybe it is. I'm going to put it at the back of A tier. Because, I don't know. It had a lot of great stuff, but is it just overhyped because of what it is? It's just so popular? I don't know. I can't really remember, to be honest. But it was pretty good. This, I don't know what that is. Cow and Chicken was not good. It was very weird. I saw, there's like some funny stuff, but it's so disturbing, in my opinion. I was not a huge fan. Anyways, what is this? I don't know what this is. I Am a Weasel. I saw it once, and that was it. So we'll put it there. Phineas and Ferb obviously goes in S tier. Behind Courage. Yeah, Behind Courage. Phineas and Ferb. One of the best shows on Disney Channel, for sure. Had a lot of great stuff to it. Obviously, the Squirrels in My Pants song will go down in history as one of the best songs of all time. But no. Obviously, Phineas and Ferb, S tier. I don't think many people disagree. They'll probably put it higher. So, keep on moving. Planet Sheen. No, I remember watching that like once and it was awful. Oh, we got Pokemon. Okay. Straight up Pokemon. I'll count it. I'll count it because I did watch this when I was younger, and to me it was just cartoon. The original Pokemon, the Indigo League, is peak. I love it. And yeah, S+ tier easily. I'm gonna put it even above Ed, Edd n Eddy. Just it's so good. I loved Indigo League. All right, Powderpuff Girls. I used to watch this all the time. Where does it go? Where does it go? Powderpuff Girls was very good. It was... No. It was this good. It was A tier good. Ooh. Man, now that I'm thinking about it, I really did love this show. Nah. A tier is good. A tier is good. I didn't love it as much as a lot of these. Kind of going off the top of my head. Maybe I should have thought about this a little more. But it's too late. We're way too deep in. This video is already too long. Anyways, The Proud Family. I didn't watch this too much, but what I did watch was actually pretty funny. I liked The Proud Family. It was pretty good. I'll put it bottom of A tier. I didn't watch a ton of it. I just didn't watch a ton of Disney shows in general. There's so much better stuff on Cartoon Network and Nick, in my opinion, but you know. Okay. Considering I know I didn't really rank Dragon Ball, but considering I also watched Naruto, the OG Naruto when I was a kid, this is just gonna go at the top of S+ tier. You know, maybe you think that's cheap, but obviously OG Naruto is better than all of these. Even these, yes, even better than Adventure Time and Avatar, yes. But you know, we all know that. Anyways, Recess, I watched a little bit of, not a ton of. I liked it though. I don't really remember too much about it, actually. I'm gonna put it here. I feel like I did like Recess. Okay, this is where things get tricky. I'm gonna do it. Oh, am I gonna do it? I don't know. Regular Show and Adventure Time both came out around the same time, and they were both absolute peak. They saved cartoons. They really saved cartoons. There was a steep decline. Those two and Gumball really saved cartoons. And as much as I think Adventure Time is a better overall show, I think, you know, the writing's better, the character writing is better, the world building's better, obviously. I feel like when I was at that age, when Regular Show was coming out and Adventure Time was coming out, I feel like I liked Regular Show more. I found it funnier. It was always, to me, it was always just a little bit better than Adventure Time, but both are S+ tier easily. Alright, Ren and Stimpy. I didn't really watch Ren and Stimpy that much. It was just another one of those kind of weird shows. Whatever, it's just somewhere in here. One of these in there. I didn't watch it that much. I didn't really care for it when I did. So, I didn't really watch this. Ooh, Rocket Power. I feel like I was maybe a little young for this, but what I did watch from my older siblings, it was actually great. But I don't remember it enough to feel like I can put it that high. I'm gonna put it mid B tier. Is that fair? Maybe. I don't know. We gotta keep going. Alright, Rocko's Modern Life. I didn't really watch this that much. I feel like I saw it like once or twice. I don't know. Again, I'm just gonna toss it in C tier. Oh, OG Rugrats. Hold on, where are we putting OG Rugrats? I absolutely love the Rugrats. I do not care. I'm putting it just behind Gumball. This was my childhood. You play that intro and I'm whipping my head 180 degrees around. The first like 2 notes of that intro, and I know it. I know exactly what it is. Rugrats was peak. The movies were amazing. Easy S tier. I want to put it in S+ tier so bad, but I won't. I'll try to be real and true to myself as best as I can. Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack was really cool. Unfortunately, I rewatched it, but when I was younger, I didn't watch it that much. But it is really great. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it at the top of A tier. I feel like for a cartoon, it could have been better, but I think there was a lot of good stuff in it. I don't remember it super, super well, but I feel like I remember liking it a lot. I don't know. We'll put it in A tier. I think it deserves that. What is it? Sergeant Craig, I hated this. I watched like 2 episodes that I hated it. Is this the OG Scooby-Doo? I can't really tell, so I'm gonna go with its OG Scooby-Doo, which... OG Scooby-Doo. OG Scooby-Doo is kind of peak, not gonna lie. OG Scooby-Doo belongs in S+. Yeah, it belongs in S+, and above Ed and... yeah, I'll put it above Ed and Eddie. Well, Ed, and Eddie. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's just Scooby-Doo. There's so much great stuff to it. Maybe... Is that overhyping? Am I overhyping it? I'm trying to think back. But I watched this a lot. Maybe I am overhyping this. You know what? I'm taking it down a notch. Right above Rugrats. Behind Gumball. Maybe I'm overhyping. Hold on, I gotta step back and put this down here because I don't know. I loved Scooby-Doo. So we'll see. We're ranking the other one as all Scooby-Doo. I don't know what that is. I actually kind of watched this a little bit, but not that much. I didn't really care for it that much. Spider-Man didn't watch. Okay, yeah. Hold on. Stop. Yeah. Here we go. Ba-ba-da-ba. The best cartoon of all time, aside from Naruto here, but that doesn't count. SpongeBob is just the best cartoon of all time. I don't know. What do you guys think? To me, the first 3 and some of the 4th season of SpongeBob are just peak after peak after peak after peak. I can watch it today and still enjoy it pretty much as the same as I did back in the day. I love SpongeBob, and I think most people agree, but, you know, let me know what you think. Real Monsters, I didn't watch it that much. I didn't really care for it, to be honest. Honestly, I'll put it back here, yeah. I didn't watch this. Steven Universe, one of the most overhyped shows I've ever seen, to be honest. I was not a huge fan of Steven Universe. I will recognize the greatness that it has, because it has a lot of good stuff. I just wasn't a fan. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. It was too cringy, maybe, to me. Maybe I was a little too old when it was coming out, but I just couldn't get into it that much. Like, I watched it, and I just kept kind of cringing. It was sort of funny at first, but then, I don't know. I just wasn't a huge fan. It's praised beyond belief, and, yeah, I don't know. I'm putting this above. I watched too much Johnny Test. I had to do that. I don't care. I have no idea what this is. Didn't watch this. The OG Teen Titans. Is Teen Titans Go on here? It doesn't look like Teen Titans Go made it on here. Teen Titans Go is actually great. I would put Teen Titans Go in probably A tier. The original Teen Titans goes... Ooh, I'm going to put this right above Ed, and Eddie. Yep. The original Teen Titans was amazing. It had the perfect blend of cool scenes, emotional scenes, great characters, funny moments. The design was cool. The opening, everyone knows the opening. Amazing show. Easily S tier. Easy. I didn't watch this all that much. My sister watched this a little bit. But... Alright. And moving on. We have The Loud House. I didn't watch too much of this. It was a little bit later than my time, I feel like. But from what I did watch, actually, I liked it. It was pretty solid. I'll throw it. I'll put it above Fanboy and Chum Chum, honestly. It was kind of funny from what I saw, but I can't really put it higher than that. I don't know enough about it. Mighty B. I didn't really watch this that much. I saw like a couple episodes and just wasn't a fan, to be honest. Like, I didn't like it. That's why I'm putting it Boruto. I know some of these I'm like, I kind of watched and I put Third and C, but I actively didn't like the 3 episodes I saw or whatever. I've never seen this. Total Drama Island. and I'm just gonna include, you know, like action and whatever else in this. Total Drama Island was actually amazing. I loved this show. Oh, but where do I put it? Where do I put it? Total Drama Island. It was like for like a cartoon on it was Cartoon Network, right? It was pretty like mature. Like they had some crazy stuff. A lot of like nudity, throwing up, and crazy stuff in there. But it was great. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of S tier. Uh, I almost want to put it higher, but I'm not. I think it is amazing though. S tier, S tier. It's very unique, one of a kind. Like no other cartoon is really like that, I don't think. Totally Spies. I didn't watch this that much. My sister watched it a lot. I'll throw it here. I feel like I probably liked it a good amount. To be honest, I sadly don't remember. Tough. I didn't really watch Tough that much. It was okay. I watched it a little bit. It was whatever. Goes here. I don't care. Uncle Grandpa. A lot of people really like this. I think I was slightly too old when this was in its peak to like really enjoy it, but I watched it a decent amount. It was pretty good actually. I'm gonna put it just above Steven Universe in the top of B tier. It was just insane, hilarious, random like stuff. It's pretty funny. It's goofy. Right. The Wild Thornberries. Again, this gets a lot of praise. I didn't watch it that much, to be honest. It's I don't know. I really didn't watch it that much. You know, people might get on me for this, but I don't know. I'm just gonna toss it down there. I can't really say much else. I watched it a little bit, thought it was okay. It was never one of my favorites. We got Yu-Gi-Oh! Where do I want to put Yu-Gi-Oh? It's another weird one because I watched some of like the original when I was younger, and then I went back and watched a lot of it, so it's almost not fair. I'm gonna put it with Dragon Ball, just kind of at the back of S tier. I loved it when I was younger. It's hilarious. The dub is hilarious for Yu-Gi-Oh! I loved watching it. Yeah, I'll just throw it at the back of S tier. It's kind of hard to rank Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I came back and watched it later, and you know, kind of anime. I watched it as a cartoon when I was younger, but we'll throw it there. And finally, Invader Zim. I like this show, but again, I didn't watch it too much, to be honest. From what I remember, it was okay. I'll put it behind Rocket Power. That's probably crazy. Some people probably really love it. From what I watched, it was alright, but I feel like I was maybe like a little too young at the time. I don't know, but it was good. It was good enough to make B tier. But yeah, is there anything we're missing here? I feel like something's got to be missing. I know there's no Teen Titans Go. I would have put Teen Titans Go probably like near top of A tier. But yeah, so that's my list. Let me know what you guys think. Where would you guys have put it? What's your top 5 or 10 or whatever? Maybe something's not on here that I'm forgetting. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.